Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm meadsy69. Welcome back to another World of Dummies. Yes, World of Dummies. I was going to put this as one of those banned videos, but you know what? We're going to rename it and we're going to put it as something different. And basically, you are doing it wrong. Yes, we are doing it wrong, or we're not doing it wrong, but some individual is doing it wrong. So we all get well, we've all seen it where people like to either block people or they like to YOLO in, and that's pretty much what we're going to get this video. So straight away you can see the object 140 has decided to block somebody, and the person he's trying to block is the Vickers Light. Now I don't mean to sound silly, I don't know if it sounds silly, but if you want to join a game just to block people, do you really think that trying to block one of the fastest tanks in tier 10 is the right move? Because I don't think it is. I don't think it is, considering you've got a Jaegeroo there, you've got a grill there. I mean, he could, if he really wanted to, he could just sit behind the Jaegeroo. As the Jaegeroo was trying to push the grill up, he could have just sat behind the Jaegeroo, and the Jaegeroo would not be able to move, the grill wouldn't be able to move, and then it's a win for the Object 140. But no, he decided to block the Vickers, and now he's trying to block the IS-4. But you're doing it wrong, mate. Like, the IS-4, our guy here, he's sort of not in a hold down position, but he's hiding behind this hill, and because he's trying to face the enemy team that are by D, the medium tank or the light tanks, the Sheridans. The Object 140 is sitting behind, like, maybe sit in front of him, I don't know, but you're doing it wrong, Object. You are doing it wrong. You're doing it completely wrong. There are so many people that you could block, but you're just choosing the wrong tanks to block, boy. So yeah, he's still sitting behind him. Now, there is one tank down. Here comes the Sheridan. Now, Serenity, they're a great clan. Of course, the Sheridan didn't expect for there to be two tanks sat here. They thought there was going to be the other side of the map. But yeah, I mean, there's quite a few tanks around here. The Jaegeroo's gone, the grill's still around here, and these guys really haven't moved from the spawn. It's not the IS-4's fault, of course. It's not the IS-4's fault. He was waiting, and he knew these guys are going to be round here. He's a great player. So yeah, the Sheridans didn't really expect that. So the Object 140 now has seemed to run away. So he wanted to block, which means if you want to block someone, that really gives people the mindset that you don't want to win the game. You don't want to win the game. So as soon as he gets a sight of the enemy team, he runs away. Like, he wants to stay alive. Is he going to carry on blocking? Yeah, he is. He's then went to the grill. Now, they are winning on, well, they're not winning at the moment, but it's a 5 versus 5, and they're actually losing on supremacy points. But there is still quite a few low hit point tanks, and there goes the Sheridan. So there's the two best players on the enemy team that has now gone. The Object 140 is still alive, and he's got no one to block at the minute. So there goes the T-57 on the enemy, on his team, sorry. And this T-57 is just hiding behind this the Sheridan. Brain damage, says the Sheridan. So yeah, I mean, this Object 140, he could have actually completely changed the outcome of this battle, but he was just doing it wrong. So the Vickers is still alive, the Object's still there. Is he going to carry on? I mean, the funny thing is, normally when these blockers are blocking, they just block. They don't care what happens, they just block. However, this Object 140, he cared. He seemed to actually care. He wanted to stay alive, and he's still alive. Where has he gone now? So he's still there. He's just doing it completely wrong. However, at the moment, the enemy are winning. They're on nearly 900 supremacy points. It's a 3 versus 3, so they really have to cap these bases. And now it looks like they're working as a team. The Object 140's decided to play ball and help the person cap the base that he was originally blocking. Doesn't make it okay, of course. By all means, it doesn't make it okay for what he was doing. And now we just have the IS-4 and the Object 140 alone against these 3 tanks. So he has to, obviously with the bases at the moment, it's not, if he dies, if this IS-4 dies right now, it is game over. They're going to get the points to win the game. The enemy is also capping base B, so there's 2 tanks, one here, one at B. We're not quite sure where the other one is, and they have to cap the bases now. They've got no choice. So there goes B. So unfortunately for the IS-4, because the Object 140 is now again not doing too much, he has to do pretty much the rest of this battle on his own. Now he is a one shot to this Death Star, but he can't sit and wait. He has to go to base B. He's got no choice. But now the enemy are capping base A as well. So yeah, it's a hard situation at the minute. But the Object 140's actually come back and he's doing some damage. He's actually doing some damage, and he's actually turned the attention of the Death Star. So our boy here has now managed to destroy him, and they are recapping base B. So this is really close, really close. At the beginning of the game, with the Object 140 blocking, you wouldn't have thought that this game would be so close, but because they now have 3 caps, they're going to overtake the lead. There's no point risking anything. This is where I thought the Object would have just died. I would have thought the Object would have died, but yeah, at least the Object come back and help save the day, but it doesn't make it okay. He still tried to block the guys, but he just did it completely wrong. That is not how you do it, Object. That is not how you do it. What did he end the game in? I mean, he still ended the game with 2,000 damage. What's his stats? Is he a good player? Yeah, no. So you did it wrong, Object. You did it completely wrong. Now, next up, we're going to watch ER here. Ibrahim, a good friend of mine of the channel, known him quite a few years, and we're going to see what we've always seen. We always see the rage. Do you know where a player rushes in, he dies, and then he blames the team? That's exactly what we're going to see here with the Vickers. So the Vickers, like Steve 5 2008, he's I mean, this game at the moment on this map, if you've got more mediums, or if you've got mediums and you can cover this side of the map and you can control this side of the map, it's absolutely vital, especially if the heavies go the other side. You can have side shots into them, you can have shots into the TDs, especially as there's 2 TDs. If they go to the TD spot, then, and you spot them, they have to get down, otherwise the whole team can wreck them. So at the moment, this side of the map, there's 4 people coming this side of the map, so not bad. They could control this side. Now the Object 140 is there, so he's got that nice shot, and there's the Vickers. Now I always say, don't rush in, because even if there's only 1 tank spotted at the moment with this Object 140, don't rush in, because there is still 6 tanks out there that are not spotted. Yet this Vickers didn't seem to care. He didn't seem to care, and he's just going to rush in because he is just solely focus firing this Object 140. And he wrecks. Now that is nobody else's fault. That is not his team's fault. That is nobody else's fault but himself. But yet he decides to blame the team, and he is gonna rage like hell. Faggot, watch, whatever that is, watches, I don't know. So yeah, I mean, it's funny when you get these kind of people, like, they rush in. There was no need to rush in. There was 1 tank around this bit of the map. There was no need to rush in. They had this side of the map covered. They've got it covered. Just save your hit points. Now look, ER94, you doing? I mean, what? Doing what? He's saving his hit points doing damage. What? He's not. What's wrong with that? There's tank destroyers out there. There's 2 tank destroyers that are not spotted. What do you want to do? Do you want to do what you just did and rush in and die and lose all your hit points? No, we're not as stupid as you. We're not as stupid as you. And yeah, and he decides, because of that, because he just rushed in, gets wrecked by the tank destroyers, just like there, our guy ER just got wrecked by a tank destroyer because the tank destroyer is not spotted. Yeah, I mean, look, he's still raging. He's raging at the FE422 for no reason, to do nothing. Like, he's raging for no reason. And this is what you always get in Blitz. This is just the average day, the average game in Blitz, where someone rushes in and he starts blaming the team. Like, Yeah, you're just because you didn't rush in like me. You didn't rush in like me. I had the balls. I rushed in. I sacrificed myself for the team, and you're the one that's useless. Yeah, good. GG. GG. So currently, as you can see, the only person to die is that guy, is the Vickers. It's now a 6 versus 3. Now, well, there goes the object 2684, and the Vickers is still raging at the FE4202. Yes, he hasn't done much damage at the moment. He hasn't done much damage. He's on 2k damage. He's still got plenty of hit points, but he's still contributed to the team. And the problem here is he hasn't really been able to do too much because of the 2 tank destroyers that were not spotted. It happens. However, he still held this side of the map. Even if you're doing no damage, it doesn't mean that you're not doing anything. I mean, the guys went to the right side. He held this side with the object 268. And even if you hold these guys doing no damage, and whilst the other side of the map take control, you're still doing something. You don't have to do damage to do something, or you don't have to do damage to contribute to the team. It's not always about damage. And now you can see it's a 4 versus 1, no problem whatsoever in taking this 50 TP out, and he's still at the end of the game done his job. 3.5k damage, and in the end it turned out to be quite an easy win. He got himself 3 kills, 3.5k damage, and to be honest, he did a good job. So yeah, don't be like the Vickers. Don't be like the object 140, because you're both doing it wrong. Hope you enjoyed today's video, guys. I'm meadsy69, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye bye.